Emma sat down slowly on the chair. Her fingers were still holding the edge of her apron. She kept her eyes on the floor. Mr. William looked at her quietly. She looked very tired. Not the kind of tired that comes from one long day, but the tired that lives deep inside a person. He spoke gently. Emma, how long have you been working? Here? 2 years, sir, she replied in a very soft voice. And in these 2 years, you have never asked for a raise. You have never complained. You have never missed one single day of work. Emma swallowed hard. I am just grateful to have a job. Sir, she said. The room became quiet. Then Mr. William leaned forward at little. Emma, why do you only take leftover food every night? He asked carefully. Why don't you go home and eat like everyone else? Emma's hands began to shake. Her eyes stayed on the floor. For a long moment, she said nothing. Then her voice broke. I have 2 daughters, sir. I know, Mr. Williams said calmly. Her head suddenly. You know? I followed you one night, he said. Honestly, I saw your house. I saw your children. I saw you give them all the food and you ate nothing. Tears filled Emma's eyes. She quickly wiped her face with her apron. I am sorry, sir. I didn't want to. 'Cause any problem here. If you want to fire me, you can. Fire you? Mr. Williams shook his head. Emma, you are the strongest worker in this whole company. She looked at him, confused. Where is their father? He asked, softly. Tears started rolling down her cheeks. He died in an accident 3 years ago, she whispered. I tried small jobs washing clothes, cleaning houses, but it was not enough. She paused, breathing deeply. We were thrown out of our house. I had no family to help me. No one. This job saved us from sleeping on the street. Mr. William leaned back in his chair. His eyes were full of emotion. And your daughter's school? He asked. It is a small community school, she replied. Sometimes I cannot even pay the full fees. The teacher is only kind enough to keep them there. The clock ticked on the wall. Then Mr. Williams slowly stood up. Emma, he said, walking toward her. From today, your life is going to change. She looked up quickly. Sir, you are no longer a cleaner, he said gently. You will now work in the kitchen as an assistant supervisor, and your salary will be 3 times more than what you earn now. Her mouth opened in shock. Sir, no. I don't deserve such a big thing. You deserve even more than that, he replied. He walked back to his desk and picked up a file. I have also arranged a small apartment for you and your daughters, he continued. A clean place. Safe. With electricity and water. Emma stood up in shock. Sir, this is too much. People don't give this kind of kindness for free. Mr. William looked at her with sad eyes and said, I am not doing this for praise. I am doing this because you reminded me of the kind of human I forgot to be. Her whole body began to shake. Your daughters will also go to a better school, he added. Everything will be paid for until they finish. Emma couldn't hold it anymore. She fell on her knees, crying. Thank you, sir. Thank you. God will bless you. He gently helped her up. No more kneeling, Emma. From today, you must stand tall. That evening, Mr. William drove Emma to the new apartment himself. When her 2 little girls saw the clean rooms, the soft beds, the shining kitchen, they screamed with happiness. Mommy, is this really our house? One of them asked. Emma covered her mouth and cried. Yes, my angels, this is our new home. She looked at Mr. William with a heart full of gratitude. I will never forget this, sir. He looked at her daughters and said, quietly, I don't want you to forget. I want you to remember. And one day, when you see someone in pain, you will also choose kindness. That night, for the first time in many years, Emma and her children slept on full stomachs and peaceful hearts. Days passed after Emma moved into the new apartment. For the first time in many years, she woke up without fear. There was no sound of rats in the night, no cold floor under her body, no empty stomach crying for food. She opened her eyes and looked around the clean room. White curtains, soft bed, a small table beside the window. Then she heard soft laughter. "Mommy!" Her daughters ran into the room. "We are not dreaming, right?" Emma smiled and pulled them into her arms. "No, my angels. This is real. This is our new life." But inside her heart, she was still scared. "This happiness is too big for someone like me," she thought. "What if it all disappears tomorrow?" Emma arrived at work early, just like always. But today, things felt different. She was not wearing a cleaner's uniform. She was wearing a simple kitchen supervisor apron. Some workers looked at her in shock. "Isn't that the same cleaner?" one woman whispered. "Yes. How did she get promoted?" another replied with jealousy. Emma heard the whispers. Her heart started to beat fast. But she remembered Mr. Williams' words. "Stand tall, Emma." So she lifted her head and continued walking. In the kitchen, her hands still worked hard. She wasn't proud. She wasn't rude. She treated everyone with respect. Slowly, some workers began to like her for her kindness. But not everyone was happy. There was one woman named Linda. She had worked in that company for 5 years. She wanted the same promotion Emma received. And now, she was burning with jealousy. "This is not fair," Linda said to a coworker. "She is just a poor cleaner. She must have done something dirty to get close to the boss." Those words spread like poison. Soon, rumors moved through the building. But Emma stayed silent. She didn't fight back. She only worked harder. One afternoon, a problem happened in the kitchen. Some expensive food ingredients went missing. Mr. William was informed immediately. Security came to check the cameras. Linda saw her opportunity. She stepped forward and said, "I saw Emma near that area, sir." Emma froze. "What?" she whispered. All eyes turned toward her. Her heart almost stopped. "Sir, I did not take anything," she said with tears in her eyes. "I would never steal." But people were already judging her. She used to take leftover food. "Maybe she is a thief," someone whispered. Those words hurt her more than a knife. Mr. William looked at Emma. There was silence. Then he said calmly, "We will check the cameras first. No one is guilty until the truth is clear." The footage played on the screen. And there it was. Linda. She was the one who had taken the items and hidden them. The room went silent. Linda's face turned white. Her legs started to shake. I can explain," she stammered. Mr. Williams' voice became strong. "You wanted to destroy an innocent woman to hide your own crime?" He looked at Emma with sadness in his eyes. "This woman has suffered enough in her life." Then he turned to security. "Take Linda away. She is fired and will be reported." Emma fell into a chair, shaking. She covered her face and cried quietly. Mr. William walked over to her. "I told you, Emma. Truth will always rise." That evening, Emma walked home slowly. The streetlights were shining. People were laughing. Her daughters waited for her at the door. "Mommy, you are back." She knelt down and hugged them tightly. "You are my strength," she told them. Later that night, she sat by the window, looking at the moon. "Thank you, God," she whispered, "for sending a man of kindness into my life, and for helping me stay strong." The next day, Emma stayed late at work. She saw Mr. Williams sitting alone in his office. His eyes looked distant, sad. "Sir, are you okay?" she asked gently. He gave a small smile. "Sometimes, the strongest people are also the loneliest, Emma," he he replied. She was quiet for a moment. Then she said something that surprised even herself. If you ever need someone to listen, I will listen, sir. Mr. William looked at her with deep emotion. That is the most kindness I've heard in a long time. Months passed. Emma's daughters moved to a better school. She wore clean clothes every day. They had food, medicine, safety. But what changed the most was Emma's heart. She now helped other poor workers in secret. She shared food. She paid small school fees for children in need. One day, Mr. Williams saw her doing this and smiled. You are now the one saving others, he said. Emma replied softly, You saved me first, sir. I am only passing the light forward. He nodded. That is the meaning of true life. Sometimes, the kindest people suffer the most in silence. But God always sends one heart, one moment, one hand, to change everything. Never judge someone by their position, and never stop being kind. Because today, it may be Emma. Tomorrow, it could be you.